Let's go.
Good thing, yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag. Couple hundred need the G-Wagons. Big tax on my big spending. Big facts, no pretending. We back on the full sense. That good thing, yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag. Couple hundred need the G-Wagons. Big tax on my big spending. Big facts, no pretending. We back on the full sense.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808s, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock crashing. Like an IPO, trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they can't left and they so mad, it's like
Then yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag. Couple hundred need the G-Wagons. Big tax on my big spending. Big facts, no pretending. We back on the full sense. That good thing, yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at.
He's
10
heating
racks
up!
in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag. Couple hundred need the G-Wagons.
So why don't you make like a tree
Big facts, no
and get out of
pretending.
here?
We back on the full sense.
yeah, hey, look what I got. New whip with no top. Cooking up no stove top. Ice cold, no snow drop. Big budget ass, big facts. Big money in the contract. Been running no contact. New record with the new tracks. Yeah, they been sending me new plaques. Don't really need new plaques. Nah, big rock with the suplex. Yeah, new rock got a new flex. Yeah, I'm current, I'm a new trend. Now boys with the full scent. Yeah, like I said, no new friends. We don't really need new friends.
Are there any women here today?
Yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis
He's heating
bag.
up!
Couple hundred need the G-Wagons. Big tax on my big spending. Big facts, no pretending. We back on the full sense. That good thing, yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag. Couple hundred need the G-Wagons. Big tax on my big spending. Big facts, no pretending. We back on the full sense.
You know the thing about a shark, he's got lifeless eyes, black eyes like a doll's eyes.
The following program is rated TV MANOC. It contains a big pair of nuts directly on your chin. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
Get off your lazy ass and go to the fucking gym.
Eat a fucking steak, you son of a bitch!
The fat phobia. Thin white men.
I'm gonna starve now.
How's the diabetes treatment?
Stop telling people to lose weight. Stop being like fat phobia doesn't exist.
Obesity is epidemic in the United States and a major cause of death.
What is fat activism?
I, a fat person, am sharing my own lived experience.
Pizza is a vegetable.
Your fat phobia is your problem.
It is not my place as a smaller-bodied white man to comment on it.
Radical body positivity.
What can men do against such reckless hate?
There's only one man who can help me.
This is for you new people. I only have one rule. Everyone fights, no one quits.
This day we fight!
This will normal.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing. Testicles. Welcome everyone to episode 24 Hundo and 37 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular Swolecast, Beercast, Broadcast, Gamecast, Mancast, Pimpcast, Sleevescast, and Slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex. We all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes, busters, hustlers, and your hoes? It's your boy, Papa Swole Leo, back with another episode. Today's episode of the Beastcast is brought to you, is powered, is sponsored by Everest and K2 Flexin' on all you
It's the fucking Catalina one.
My nips.
It's the fucking Catalina
All right, my nips are a little bit chilly today, so I decided, you know what, I was going to take it off. But then I decided, you know what, I just want to leave it on. So I'm leaving it on. And let me just change the screensaver for a second. Now I realize why I always left the screensaver on like that generic dunes over here, because the logo, I love the logo over here, but it reflects into my glasses and it bothers me. There we go. Now I remember why I originally did that. So there's that. Let's get a little round of applause for that. Golf clap. We fixed it. We're live. You know, I sometimes want to wear a shirt. It's a little bit chilly in here for whatever reason, and then everyone loses their fucking mind. You know, you cover your nips up for 1 second. You do thousands of episodes with your nips out. You cover them for one fucking day, and everyone loses their mind. Everyone loses their fucking mind. Look, we got the Depth Vader. We got the red Depth Vader, so that's fucking fantastic. Oh, red's my color? Why, thank you. I'm so kind. I appreciate it. So, okay. Anyway, welcome to the show. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Make sure you share the live stream. All the links down in the show notes below. Apple Podcast, Spotify. The podcast available everywhere. And of course, also now you can watch the video on Spotify as well. If you don't know already, we talked about that a couple weeks ago, but just a little reminder, but leave us a 5-star review, no matter where you listen, Apple Podcast, Spotify, anywhere. It helps tremendously. And before we get started, James really has the question of the day though, but are you wearing any pants? And the answer is abso-fucking-lutely not. Why would I be?
Emotional damage.
Why would I wear pants? A couple things are certain. Anytime the nips are covered, they're covered with Swolenormous apparel over there at papaswolio.com. And you can be guaranteed that there's nothing underneath. So 2 things. They're only able to be covered with Swolenormous apparel, and I'm not wearing anything underneath my nip covers. And of course, as always, no fucking pants. Why would I ever wear pants? That's ridiculous. I got to keep the engine running strong. I can't overheat. That's how I allow. That's how I get circulation. You know, it's a lot of convection. It's very important. So hit the like button and share the stream. Let's get into today's episode. Happy Swole Slut Saturday, everyone. We got only the Tainty Man today. Aww. Very nice, but I do have a moose in place of church today. So not the same, but at least we have the Tainty Man, and he's looking as tainty as always. And I'm glad to hear it, Stephanie. Got 2 new tanks today. They're so soft. Amazing merch. Why, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate the feedback, and super awesome. Glad you're enjoying all that new merch, and make sure you post some pictures. Cover your nips and then take some pictures and show us. We appreciate it. Let's get into today's episode. Thank you for being here, Beaches. Let's get into some Swole Fam fucking posts. I am amped for some tip. Let's pop this fucking shit off, shall we? Put some respect on it, ya boosh. What'd you smash today? Drop in the comments below. don't forget to cup the balls. Hashtag Swole Slut. For a chance to win today's Swole card. That was pretty good. That was solid.
A 10! A 10! A fucking 10!
God, that was great. Oh, that felt so good. Mama Swolio cooked a beast. We cooked some skirt steaks and bone marrow. We had some heart and liver. It was fantastic. Just got to get the rest of that out. It felt fantastic. All right. So hashtag triple S. I would not write the word swole slut because you might get flagged or banned, even though we're not offended by it. Make sure you do your hashtag triple S. It's Swole Slut Saturday after all, and we'll give away today's Swole card at the end of the episode. Now let's get into that tip. Everyone, moisturize and spit on it. How else are we going to get in there? Babe, just an inch, just an inch. Nice. It's cold outside. Maybe tap it a little bit. All right, let's get into the first posts. Let's see what we got here. Oh, let me move that over. We got an announcement. Those of you that are already members of the Swole fam, yo, how about yesterday's overtime segment? Am I right or am I right? Am I right? Am I right? Am I right? That's fire. That's available now in Swole TV. If you missed it yesterday, man, that was fucking lit. We dropped a brand new DW Hey, a brand new Driving While Gaining, was featured in yesterday's overtime. And it's available now. If you missed it, it was fucking awesome. It was about resolutions. DWGs, like we talked about, DWG in 2023. We agreed. The 2023, you know how they have the year of the goat, the year of the dragon, the year of the lion, whatever shit that is. We have the year of the 2023 is the year of the DWG. So get ready, strap it on, get ready for some insanity. So check it out. It was great. It was great. Really enjoyed it. I hope you did too. And we featured it. I didn't watch it before we launched it. So overtime is when we feature all the brand new content, the brand new edits. So every single Friday after the live stream, we have it. But of course, if you can't catch it live, we post it in Swole TV. So it's available. If you haven't checked it out, make sure that you do so. All right, now let's get into some Swole fam posts. Here we go. What we got? What we got for him? Swole fam.
What's in the box?
Swole fam. Swole fam. Swole fam. This one is from Brandon. We'll call him Brandon. And Brandon says, man, the week has been a mental struggle, putting in a lot of effort for sure, and very impatient with the results. Well, the results will come. Put in that effort. Focus on what you're doing today and what you need to do today, and the results will come, my man. Thank you for sharing, and keep on posting up. The week can be a struggle, but guess what? You have the Swole fam by your side, so it doesn't have to be a struggle alone. That's why we're here. Jessica woke up in the middle of the night and can't get back to sleep yet. And YouTube brought me to Eric the Electric Extra Thirsty vids Papa made a couple of years ago. Oh my God, was it a couple of years at this point? Holy shit. Time flies. What a shit show. This guy is some kind of mutant. Well, great. All right. At least you got some extra thirsty, but you woke up in the middle of the night, extra thirsty. And guess what? The algorithm worked. Thank you, YouTube, for actually showing someone my video. I appreciate it. Fucking YouTube. My God. All right. From the Swole fam Discord, Kman2123, sup Swoles. My name is Kyle, and I'm stoked to be here. Been watching the Instagram videos of go to the fucking gym for a while and decided to jump on the 3-month plan. I currently spend most workouts doing cardio or yoga. Well, that's great. As I compete and run in 35 to 40 events a year, I've been slacking on the lifting front, so looking to jump into the Swole programs. Excellent. Glad to have you. I think we might have introduced you via the Facebook group, and sometimes this might be the same individual, because we had someone recently, or maybe we had another runner join. But, you know, sometimes we have someone that has the Discord name is different than the other name. So, but either way, welcome to the fam, and 35 to 40 events a year. So that's literally like 3 a month thereabouts. There's 12 months in a year. So it's like 3 events a month. I wonder how long you're doing, but that's great. Good for you. It was you, Kman2123 watching live. That makes sense. That makes sense. That reminds me of the clip from the scene from Bronx Tale. He's like, "What's your name?" He's like, "Colangelo." Gee, that's a mouthful. What do your friends call you? Colangelo. That makes sense. If you've never seen the Bronx Tale, goated movie. Anyway, so makes sense. Makes sense that that's you. Welcome to the fam. Super stoked to have you. We got one from Pablo. Pablo is being a little bit of Pablo's being a little fat phobic today, showing some before and afters. Obviously, highly allergic to body fat, highly allergic to it. So getting rid of it by the poundful. So fucking awesome post. We'll show the pictures in a second, but let's read this. Pablo says, I always go ghost on the fam, but I keep crushing my 7 pillars every day. Every day is not perfect. Lately, I've been feeling like a loser. Sometimes I forget how far I've come mentally and physically, and I let myself get down. But the gym, keeping my nutrition on check, and meditating has really helped me navigate through this bump in life. Am I 100% right now? No, but I know I have to follow my 7 pillars and I'll be good. Love you, fam. Keep on crushing it every day. Papa Swole will always be the GOAT. Thank you. I appreciate it. Let's show, I mean, in all honesty, I think Pablo's the fucking GOAT right now. Let's get a round of applause for Pilo. Can I call you P Sleazy? I think I will. I think I fucking will. Absolutely on fire. What we got here? We got a wow. Let's get a couple of those. Very nice, Pablo. You are allergic to body fat, apparently. But you're addicted to making sick fucking gains. Good for you. You look like you're deflating on the right. You're just getting rid of all of it. Look at that definition. Look at your face, bro. But this is an important message. So let's go deep as always when it comes to the Mancast. It's just the tip, but the tip is so thick nowadays. It's episode 2437. The tip is so thick, it feels like balls deep almost nowadays, doesn't it? Even though that it's just the tip, it's just like, man, that fucking, the girth is unreal. The girth. It's all your fault, Swole fam. It's all your fault. Just, God, is it pulsate? It's veiny too. Anyway, let's get back into this mushroom tip. The everyday is not perfect, nor shall it ever be. But this part here, lately I've been feeling like a loser, but to paraphrase, sometimes I forget how far I've come. That's what I wanted to talk about. You don't want to be resting on your laurels. So understand that you're going to have those ups and downs, even if you're doing everything, quote unquote, the way you want to. I don't want to say perfect because there's no perfect, but let's say, quote, perfect. Like you're doing things the way you want to. That's your perfect, right? I'm nailing it all. I'm doing all 7 pillars, got it down. You're still going to have low mood. You're still going to feel down. You're still going to have like, days where you just feel like shit. You look in the mirror, you think if you look like shit, even when you don't look like shit, you just feel like you look like shit. The lighting's not right. You're retaining a little water. Who the fuck knows? Even if you're doing everything right by your standards, you're still going to feel up and down. So we talked about that. By focusing on the 7 pillars, you'll decrease the amplitude. You'll decrease the peaks and the valleys. You'll just lower and decrease the amplitude. That way you have less highs, less high highs, and less low lows, and you're more maintained and you're able to stay with a focused mind. But it's very important, and that's what Cerny says. This is why taking pictures help, absolutely. And by Pablo taking pictures, he's able to now and again, not that he wants to live in the past and, take his foot off the gas, but he's able to look back and get a little perspective now and again. And it's important to do so. It's important to look back a little bit, get some perspective, and give yourself a pat on the back for pushing forward. And Pablo, even though he might have been going through a rough period, he's still focused. He says, but I know I have to follow my 7 pillars and I'll be good. So because he's focusing on the 7 pillars, and just to give some more context for those that might not be aware, but I'll bring it up again. Pretty much everyone here is aware of what the 7 pillars are. But the reason why focusing on them every day is going to keep you on the straight and narrow is that they're things you can control. So everything on that list is something that you can control. And what usually gets you down during the day or during the week? There are things that are out of your control, things that frustrate you, things that stress you out, things that pull you off your path or attempt to. It's called life. And those are things that you can't control. So Pablo can either focus on the things that he can't control, stress himself the fuck out, and allow him to be pulled off track, or he can relentlessly come back to, all right, shit's happening. let me meditate. Shit's happening. Let me have a good meal. Let me get to the gym and let me do my training or my yoga, whatever it is. So you're focusing on the things that you can control, and focusing on the things that you can control will help smash you through the things that you can. So it's like skiing. You go through a period of ice or powdery snow and you get kind of stuck, or you're in a car and you get stuck in some snow, but you kind of, you jimmy the clutch or whatever. You get through it. It's a rough patch, but you kept on pushing through and focusing on what you had to do to move forward. So good for you, Pablo. Another little golf clap, round of applause. Super important. Super important. Yes, Glenna, put up you can get the 7 Pillars flag over there at papaswolio.com, or write them on a card, write them on your mirror, get one of those markers you can write on a mirror. Just write it. Write it in a few fucking places, write it on a note card every day, and just check it off a list. Just check it off one day at a time. Check it off, check it off, check it off, check it off. All right, we got a post here from Tyler. And Tyler writes, "Good morning, fam. It's been a bit since I made a post here, so I want to give you all a bit of a refresher on updates with my progress. I'm currently 185 to 190 pounds at 5'11" and my strength has improved drastically than muscle growth, but that's okay. I'm seeing the definition in my arms, back, shoulders, and legs, still improving and working on my chest, as it's a weak point for me at the moment. Training for almost 2 years has made me realize who I am, and looking back years into the past wasn't a great lifestyle for me. It's crucial for myself and others to work on ourselves as an individual and improve your life. I block out all of people's bullshit and laying down hard work and effort. Fuck what everyone has to say and think. Their opinion doesn't matter or affect you. I'm glad I get to share this with you all, because I wouldn't vouch it upon others. I wouldn't put it upon others, or I wouldn't, tell it to other people. Thank you all for amazing support. God has put me in a position where I can achieve greatness and work hard to my full potential. And for that, I say thank you. And we say thank you, Tyler. Good for you. And thank you for sharing.
He's on fire.
Tyler's on fire. Absolutely fucking on fire. Good for you, Tyler. I love it. Thanks for sharing. I love these fucking posts. Well, that's what we got for today for the Swole Fan post. If you want to join Tyler, Pablo, fucking crushing it. If you want to join our brand new K-Man in the house, Jessica, Brandon, make sure you check out swolenormousx.com. Join everyone and myself inside the land of sick fucking gains, swolenormousx.com. We have awesome Fuck Your Resolution specials going on right now. We're about to move into the knowledge cock, but a reminder, because you are all the most epic swole sluts that have ever graced the earth, make sure you're checking out all the merch over there at papaswolio.com. We have Go to the fucking gym and beyond Buzz Swole year. We have the Go to the fucking gym college design. I'm rocking the Depth Vader right now. Fucking amazing shirt. I love the design. It looks great on so many different colors. Don't be fit phobic. Sure to offend, so definitely promoting that one. Go to the fucking gym beard logo. Keep calm and get swole. Luke Swole Walker. Probably the most offensive shirt that we've released lately, which is always a pleasure. The new diet plan. In other words, the zipper emoji. Shut your fucking mouth. How about maybe a little intermittent fasting? Papa Swole, what do you think about intermittent fasting? And the Return of the Gains Swole Wars design. Go and check them out over there at papaswolio.com. Use code DailySwole for 10% off. And now we are into the knowledge cock. So it's time to submit questions. If you have it, drop it live with the hashtag AskPapaSwolio. You could drop that in the live chat below. And of course, you can submit a question, submit a call over there at AskPapaSwolio.com and drop a call. By the way, so it's too late for today's show, but tomorrow is Ask Papa Swolio Live. So tomorrow is the Red, White, and Swole Sunday Funday Q&A. And we're just taking questions. So tomorrow is just like we start the show, we bust the nut open, and it's just questions the whole time. So any question, any call that you submit today and before tomorrow's show will be added. And we'll go through a lot of questions tomorrow from everywhere and anywhere live. And of course, if you want your question featured, you can call in and it'll be featured tomorrow. So perfect. All right, askpapaswolio.com. Oh, Loretta, my mom loves my new Stay Calm and Get Swole. She's British. Excellent. Excellent. Fantastic. Repping gains from across the pond. Let's take our first phone call. This one's from Kyle. Kyle, you're on the Sleazecast. Just make sure you whisper. Don't whisper. Kyle, go ahead.
Papa Swole, nice to meet you. Brand new member here.
Hello, Puppet.
What are your thoughts on branched chain amino acids? Is it a necessary supplement? You talked a little bit about supplements yesterday and energy drinks. Are drinks like Amino Energy that have BACAs built in, good, bad? I guess, what are your thoughts? Thanks, bro.
BCAAs. So you're going to get branched chain amino acids from high quality protein sources. Now, there's been a lot of debunking as of late in the last few years, especially that BCAAs are bullshit. They're excellent, whatever. Maybe if you're dieting, you're cutting, you're preparing for a show. Branched chain amino acids are leucine, isoleucine, and valine. And, if you're getting nutrient dense, here's what I will say. I used to take them. Many people take them when they started getting. And then I went through a period of not doing any supplements. And the reason was for years, and I've been training and lifting for over 20 years. And when I first started lifting heavy, this was like 2002, 2003, when I really started going absolutely fucking nuts. And I was, doing creatine, glutamine, ZMA, and, I was experimenting. I was reading tons of Flex magazine. There wasn't a lot of resources online yet. And it was just kind of getting more and more popular. And I was doing all these different supplements, and I was doing BCAAs and EAAs, which are all the essential amino acids. I was taking a lot of supplements. And then at one point, I forget when it was, I wanted to know what these things were actually doing. In other words, there was one period, I forget what year it was, but it doesn't really matter. It was years ago. And anyone that takes multiple supplements, sometimes, you run out of one, you get something else. You run out of another, you get something else. Well, there was this one period when I ran down and I was out of pretty much all my supplements at the same time. And at the time, I didn't have a lot of free cash, and I ran out of everything at one time. So it was pretty much it was like a $300 or $400 re-up, get everything, go to, I forget what nutrition store I went to. Anyway, it was all kind of running out at the same time. So I was kind of like, let's see if this stuff actually works. Let's see if it actually makes a difference. I forget all the details, but ever since then, it gave me a lot more skepticism about what was actually working and what was actually necessary. So creatine is fine. Creatine is great. Everyone's going to respond differently with it, but that's a harmless supplement, and you're getting it from beef, and you'll get more in 5 grams than you will be able to eat in a steak. But if you're eating a lot of red meat and quality products, you're getting creatine, but it's a good supplement. It's safe. You don't have to take a ton of it. It's something that's very inexpensive. Maybe glutamine for gut health or for leaky gut, it could be beneficial. But for that, even I'm not 100% sure. But when it comes to, and that was a lot of an answer, but I want to give you some perspective. So my answer for BCAAs is I don't take them. So I'm not going to sit here and be like, they're fucking awesome. If they were fucking awesome, I would be taking them. And I haven't taken them, and I have no interest in taking them. I eat plenty of protein. I get raw dairy all the time. I don't need BCAAs. So it's not something that I would recommend because I don't personally do it. I'm not going to recommend you do something that I don't do. One other thing that I will say is if you take them and you get them and they're raw, they're unflavored, I don't think they're going to harm you. That's another thing. So you can take them. You might get a placebo effect. You might see no real difference. But what I wouldn't recommend is to take like blue, electric, raspberry, unicorn jizz flavored BCAAs, because then you're sucking down artificial sweeteners and food colorings, and then it's just, or monk fruit, whatever. There's like stevia shit. It's just something that's not something that I would recommend. So I don't take them. You're asking me what I think. I don't take them. That's my personal opinion. That's my personal experience. I haven't noticed anything different from when I used to take them, from when I do take them. I train hard. I also have a lot better habits now. What I will say is the most dramatic improvement that I have ever seen is when I got my sleep under control. And I mean really under control. Cold plunging, sauna regularly, really honed in my nutrition, adapted my training. Like I've seen so much more progress by doing the basics and the fundamentals more than any of the supplements. So all that other stuff comes first. And I think you can spend your money on much better things than BCAAs. If anything, get some creatine, spend that extra money that you would on these bullshit drinks, in my opinion, and get some beef liver, get some more nutrient dense food. And I think they'll serve you a lot better. So that's my take on it. Good question, though. I don't think we've gotten a BCAA question in a while. At the same time, I don't think you're going to take it and, oh my God, it's really bad for you. It's dangerous. That's only if it's like a lot of sugar or artificial sweeteners. But if you just get raw or plain unflavored, it's going to taste like dog shit. It'll taste like dog shit, but you're not drinking it for enjoyment. And that's the thing. A lot of people are addicted to the flavorings and the super sweet. So you drink it and it's more of like a sugar rush or a cerebral, your body, this fake sugar rush rather than what is actually going in. So if you actually drink these things in their quote natural form, if you just had it unflavored, you're like, oh God, you're not going to look forward to it like a lemon lime energy drink that has amino acids. It's like, eat more steak. Eat more fucking steak. Eat more steak. Bone broth is fantastic. Yeah, spend it on beef. Look, we've talked about the trade-off. People don't want to go through the short-term investment. It's an investment. Quality food is an investment in your health. Quality food is not, oh, I'm spending money. No, you're investing. When you're eating junk food, it's like asset versus liability. When you're eating junk food, that's a liability. When you're buying quality food, that's an asset. That's an investment. You're investing in your body. Your body is the most important asset. Anything else you do is fucking worthless if you don't have your health. And people push off their health until it's too fucking late. Oh, you could be a billionaire and then you're just decrepit and it's just, why? It's not worth it. Your health is, there's a famous quote. I might butcher it. I have it on the wall. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, I mean, you've probably heard, we've talked about this before, but a famous quote, when you're healthy, you have 10,000 needs. When you're sick, you only have one. In other words, when you're healthy, you have all these wants and desires. Oh, I want that. I want to do that. Oh, I have to do this. And you're all stressed out and anxious. But then when you're sick, all you want to do is not be sick anymore. When you're not healthy, all you want to do is be healthy. Right? You can have everything going well for you, and all of a sudden you have a really strong flu, or you have an injury, and all you want to do is be better. You have one thing. I would do anything to feel good. I would do anything to not have this disease or this. So why aren't you doing that when you're not having that problem? No one wants to put in the effort first. No one wants to protect themselves. Every day you're investing. It's insurance. It's your own, it's health insurance. Every workout, every quality thing that you put in your face hole is health insurance. And people spend hundreds of fucking dollars on health insurance and they buy garbage fucking food. Tell me that, make that make sense. You'll spend $500 a month on fucking health insurance and then you'll buy McDonald's. Like, make that fucking make sense. You can.
Matt Damon.
You cannot. All right, let's take another call. If you have a question, live, ask Papa Swolio. Hashtag ask Papa Swolio. This one's from, for fuck's sake, I hope we can understand because I don't know what this name is. Yoxa, Yoxa, or Yoza Yandi? What a fucking name. I hope you say it because I don't know what that is. Thanks for calling, though.
Hello. My question is,
Did not
how
expect
do
that.
you work out the hip dip?
I'm going to call you Yo. I did not expect that voice. Very nice. How do you work out the hip dip? So let's walk through this. The hip dip. Ladies, I'm assuming we're talking about on the side, right? Like right under your gluteus medius, like the little extra body fat that gets stored there on your hips. Is that what we're talking about, hip dip?
No, work out the hip dip. Is that what we're talking about? Does that make sense? I don't think it was hip thrust. She said work out the hip dip. So I'll go over the basics. Women are going to, and most people, but women especially, are going to tend to store body fat around their midsection and their hips. So it's going to come down to everything that you're doing. It's really, you can't spot reduce fat. So it's going to come down to all your habits. So getting rid of inflammatory foods, pro-estrogenics in your environment, shampoos, conditioners, body washes, detergents. So if that's what we're talking about, the hip dip, that's how I would, I mean, of course, enough protein, lifting weights. Yeah, you can build muscle in that area, in those areas, but this is body fat storage. So food, elimination diet, and estrogenics. I always recommend, it's in the book club, Papa Swolio's bookshelf in our Amazon store. The Estrogeneration is a great book. It'll help you get started and understand why these things are important to avoid, and an elimination diet. Those are things for sure. If we're talking about hip dips, that's what I mean. I don't think she's talking about hip thrust. I think she's talking about the fat that's kind of like right under the side of your thighs. So if that's not what you meant, Yogza or Yoja Yandi or Jandi, like, cool fucking name. And actually, if you call back in, say your name, because I'm curious how to pronounce that properly. So if I didn't answer that, if that's not exactly what you meant, feel free to call back in and follow up. All right, let's do another one. And if you have any live calls, come on, hashtag Ask Papa Swolio. We're going to fucking get to it. Sean, you are live on the Sleaziest Mancast in the realm, the Daily fucking Swole.
I've lifted weights my whole life, but I have taken a little bit of a break, unfortunately, and I'm trying to get back into it. I know, having lifted for years in the past kind of gives me a leg up in terms of getting back into it. So what is your recommendation on getting back into working out if you used to work out regularly, but you haven't been doing it lately, but you want to get back in?
Sean, you're going to start off by slapping yourself across the fucking tits. And you might even want to give yourself a nice uppercut to your own fucking taint. I'll come back. Let me just rant a little bit, Sean, and then I'll get your answer. The fuck? What? I would get to the root cause of why the fuck you took a goddamn break. All right. So that's important. Let's put it that way. So this is actually going to be good information for everyone. If you notice at the bottom of the 7 pillars icon, the right side of your screen, it says consistency. So Sean, this is a good lesson. You need to figure out why that break took place. You need to make sure that it doesn't happen again. So if you're prone to taking a break, what the fuck? No. All results, all the benefits in life come from compound interest. It comes from compounding every single workout. It's like any kind of investing. You invest every single day in your body, in your 7 pillars. And guess what? Those results and those benefits are going to compound over time. So that's how you do it. How do you get back into it? By fucking going again. You don't go super heavy. You get into yoga. You could join the Swole fam over at swolenormousx.com. We have all the programs for you. But if you don't want to do that, why wouldn't you, by the way? I would make sure that you start off light. Get consistent. Whatever you need to do to get consistent. But of course, come back and ask another question or join the fam and make sure that your training is mapping to your goals. But it absolutely has to map to your goals. But you have to make sure you're ramping up properly. Okay? Consistency is everything. So again, if you're looking at the 7 pillars, notice how it doesn't matter if you do the first 6. So everyone asks me, well, some people ask me. We've been asked before, Papa Swolio, what's the most important pillar? That's one of those answers where, you can't divide by 0. It's undefined. It doesn't work like that. There is no most important pillar. They're all very important. Now, some might be more important for you as an individual to work on. Maybe you have 1 or 2 pillars that are exceptionally weak and you need to strengthen those. They're all very, very important. Now, in every person's individual life, some might be much more important than others in terms of maximizing progress at different times. So getting all the 7 pillars locked down every day are very important, but you're not going to necessarily do, a ton of mobility every day. You can, but some days you might do a longer yoga class, or you might in other words, there's different components in different periods of your life and different individual days. You'll focus on certain ones more than others, but they're all present every single day. The most important thing is you could do the first 6, but if you're not doing the 7th one, it doesn't matter. Like, hey, you're taking care of your community and your nutrition, your training, and you got sleep for a couple nights, and then you let it go to shit for 4 fucking days. Like, you're not going to get results that way. You might get some, but what are some fucking results? If you're not putting in proper effort every day and you're really not trying to improve yourself and grow as an individual, then what are you fucking doing? Don't waste your time. Don't give up your time. Don't spend your time on shit that you don't want to be doing, and work as hard as you can in order to have more time, in order to save yourself more time so you can invest in yourself and work on the things that are most important to you. So all the pillars are equally important. The first 6 don't matter if you don't have the 7th one. So it's great if you can do 6 of them, but if you don't have the framework and the time management and the execution to do them every day, then you're not going to be satisfied. All right. So that's a question that frustrated me, that frustrated Daddy. I want to give you a Matt Damon. I do. I want to give you a Matt Damon. Thanks for calling, Sean, but God fucking damn it. Go to the fucking gym. Go to the fucking gym. I am
the danger.
The more you hate me, the more you will learn.
All right. We're about ready to go into good questions today. Good fucking questions. I think that was really solid, and I don't see any live questions right now. So let's move right along. Let's get into balls deep. It's a Swole Slut Saturday after all. It's an evening cast. Let's move right along. Let's keep it going.
That's deep.
All right, FamWise. So if you want to submit a question, again, go to askpapaswolio.com. Call in. Tomorrow is Ask Papa Swolio Live. So we don't have to do any more questions right now. Tomorrow, we're just going to take pure questions. So that's all we're doing. So if you have a question and you didn't get, oh man, I didn't get my, question answered by Papa Swolio, askpapaswolio.com, leave a voice message and we'll get to it tomorrow. Okay. Okay. God, are you never satisfied? You never fucking satisfied, you goddamn beaches. Never, never, never.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
All right. Let's get into some balls fucking deep. Oh, we got one at the buzzer. Crystal, Papa Swolio. Hey, Papa, I did a 6-week gym competition and they didn't do genders. Huh? Do you think it's fair for women to go up against a man? It depends on how they're measuring it, how they're quantifying it. A 6-week gym competition? What does that mean? If you're going for strength improvements, I mean, not really, but it could be relative. So if you're doing fat loss, you could do relative body fat percentage. Probably not, but it depends on how they're measuring it. I mean, it depends on the context. That doesn't sound like a complete breakdown of what you're actually measuring. If it's absolute strength, no. If it's relative strength, probably not either. But I think it depends. What's a gym competition? What are you actually measuring? And of course, you're the one that accepted it, so you didn't have to do it either. I did burn, which was fat loss. I did burn. Evolt scan? What? All right, you can drop in the comments. We're going to move on to balls deep. I'm not really understanding what I don't know if that's a typo or what, but you could drop that in the comments. All right, let's see. Anytime if you're doing body fat percentage loss, just to put out there, the more fat you have, the more you have to lose. So if you have a ton of extra body fat, if you're 50% body fat, you're going to lose a ton of fucking body fat. You can lose a lot. You have a lot to fucking lose. If you're 13% body fat, you're going from 13 to 12 is a lot harder than going from 50 to 45. We measure by an evolt scan. Oh, you mean like bioelectrical impedance? Well, those aren't accurate anyway. if that's what you're talking about. I don't know what an eVolt scan is. I guess you call it, they didn't tell us it wasn't by gender. They didn't tell you? All right. I don't know what's going on. I'm going to give a Matt Damon to whatever's going on there.
Matt Damon.
Not to you personally, Crystal, but I don't know. They didn't tell you? They didn't tell you what? Come on. Holy shit. Balls deep. Oh my God. That one's last. Let's see. Which one's long? Oh, ew. Okay. Well, I know which one I always know which ones to go last by the title. This one's first. This one's called Doctors Don't Understand Obesity. Doctors don't understand obesity. I mean, a lot of, who does these days? Who does these days? I mean, stop eating garbage food and exercise, then you won't have to worry about the question. But doctors don't understand obesity. They know it's bad for you. They know it's terrible and you shouldn't be obese. But
what's in the box?
But here we are. 60 Minutes. Who the fuck? When is this? And who the fuck watches Who watches 60 Minutes?
I've always heard that it's the fast food, that it's the Diet Cokes, that kind of thing.
No
that
shit.
Is the instigator. Is that true?
So yes. I think we have to look at the different causes of obesity as a big pie. And that's one factor. But notice how
stuffing your fucking face with processed trash, that's one factor. Yeah. Yeah, it's a factor. Oh, where's this going to go?
Using this part of the pie, right? But the number one cause of obesity
is them eating the entire fucking pie.
Is genetics. That means
Matt Damon.
Fucking Christ.
Yes, Chico. Never mind.
It's genetics. Oh, yes. Oh, you can't change it. You don't understand my lived experience. I'm fat for I'm just fat. I was born a whale. I was born fucking fat.
Bullshit. Bullshit.
It's all bullshit. All of it.
Okay.
If you are born to parents that have obesity,
look at her
born
face.
to parents, cause of obesity is genetics.
Look at her face.
That means if you are born to parents that have obesity, you have a 50 to 85% likelihood of having the disease yourself, even.
Okay, this is actually, I've heard stuff like this. This is probably more true. Like you have genetic like scarring and stuff like that. Doesn't mean you're going to be fucking fat, but like, yeah, if you have fat fucking parents that are pumped full of estrogens and they're eating garbage fucking food and they have garbage fucking shit chemical trash in their system when they conceive of the baby and the child is obviously getting fed garbage because they have garbage fucking habits. Shocker. Okay.
With optimal diet, exercise, sleep management, stress management. So when people see families that have obesity, the assumption is exercise, then with optimal diet, 5% likelihood of having the disease yourself, even with optimal diet, exercise,
that's nonsense.
Sleep management, stress management.
That's nonsense.
So when people see families that have obesity, the assumption is, what are they?
They don't have obesity. They are obese. They are obese. Yeah, I see. All right, I'm keep pausing this. I see fucking families. That are obese. You know what I see them doing? I see them with shopping carts full of Gatorade, of soda, of fucking Dunkaroos, of all the trash you can possibly imagine in a supermarket. So fuck all the way off with that shit.
Feeding those kids.
Yeah.
They're doing something wrong. Actually, do you know this? 79 to 90% of physicians in the United States have significant bias towards individuals that are heavier. Now,
I wonder why. Bias? You mean, because they're diseased, because it's an outcome of terrible fucking lifestyle habits. They're not just magically, oh God, people are magically fat. You're not magically fat. You're not. How many people eat the way we do, Swole fam? How many people literally eat real food? I'm not saying it's easily accessible, but how many people actually eat real fucking food and exercise and get sunlight? And come on, really, how many people out there? Fucking no one. No one. The fuck out of here. These fucking studies. Okay.
Doctors listening to me may say, oh, it's not me. hold your horses, because has that patient come to you and told you, look, doc, I'm eating well. Look, doc.
Okay, I'm pausing you. Jesus Christ, you're fucking...
The eyes, Chico. They never lie.
Fucking hell, we have a vegan here? Okay, I'm eating well. I've been in the health game my entire fucking life, pretty much. For the amount of people that have told me they eat well, Jesus Christ, do they eat like dog shit. That's the biggest fucking nonsensical statement. Everyone says they eat well. They don't. That's the biggest load of fucking bullshit when someone's like, I eat really well. I have no idea why I'm morbidly obese. I can tell you, you do eat really well. You eat all of it. You don't eat well at all. It's most nonsensical. People, I eat really well. Oh my God, people tell you that they eat well? You mean people fucking lie? Oh my God, you mean people are disconnected with all their bad habits they have every day? Oh my God, you mean cognitive dissonance? Oh my God. That's such a fucking load of shit. Yeah, just believe everyone. Believe all fat people. Yeah, well, I eat really well. You sure do. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now.
Are there any women here today?
All right.
And told you, look, doc, I'm eating well. Look, doc, I'm exercising. And the doc's...
And what are you doing for exercise? Most people, most people not only don't eat well, they eat shit. And most people don't know what the fuck they're doing when they train. They don't train hard. They don't train properly. And I exercise. What do you do? What do you do? Zumba twice a week? What the fuck do you do? Give me a break. I'm telling you, give me a fucking break. Okay, it's getting me hot. This is getting me fucking hot. I am hot. I am fucking here. I am...
He's on fire!
Fucking off. I'm off the fucking charts. Let's go.
Them. Are you sure?
Yep.
I don't believe that that's really what you're doing.
Wait, are you saying that doctors don't understand obesity? Doctors?
Doctors do not understand obesity.
In one of her published studies, Dr. Stanford found that most medical schools don't teach that obesity is a disease, and in fact don't even offer courses on it, even though it's the second leading cause of preventable death in the country after smoking.
Shut up, bitch!
Not this chick over here. I mean, she's, God damn it. Hashtag nose job. Yeah, doctors, it's okay. So now what you're seeing is this, again, perpetuation of this victim mentality. They have obesity. Oh, I have this disease called obesity. You are obese. It's an outcome. It's a product. It's an effect. It's an effect. It's an effect. It's an outcome. That's what happens when you are fucking wider than you are tall. That's what happens when you do things that are the opposite of the 7 pillars. When you do the opposite, that's what you're going to get. You're going to get really fucking big. And some people are more prone, agreed. Some people are more prone to that physical response than others. Some people eat a lot of junk and they don't get super big, but they still have metabolic dysfunction. They still have leaky gut. They still have issues. They still have skin conditions and migraines. Not everyone is predisposed to the same type of muscle growth when they lift in the gym, or fat loss speed or rate, or fat storage. Not everyone is going to. Some people are very fucking resilient. Some people do meth for 40 fucking years and are still alive. Okay? Seriously. Some people do a lot of shit. Some humans are very resilient to environmental factors. Some people are very resilient. I mean, we all know people, maybe you're one of them watching or listening. You know, people can drink excessive amounts for 20, 30 fucking years and smoke 5 packs a day and live to be 85. And everyone's like, how the fuck is this person still alive? How is Mick Jagger still fucking alive? How are some of these people actually alive? Does it mean they're really healthy? No, I mean, their body's fucking decaying, or some people just, they're not as predisposed. This is what happens when we just don't know things about the human body that people think they do. This is what epigenetics is all about. So some people smoke all the time and they never get lung cancer. And some people never smoke and they get lung cancer. Why? The person, and some people, they smoke a little bit and they get lung cancer. In other words, you can be predisposed. Like if you start firing some of these triggers, epigenetics is like the process, just to layman's terms. I'm no expert, that's for damn sure. But you will, you'll have certain gene sequences that if you're presented with certain triggers in the environment, it will fire them on. So if you have predispositions for some type of hereditary disease, you want to avoid things that might trigger those things to be activated. If you have a family history of heart disease, you want to make sure that you're doing things as best as you can, and you might be able to extend your life. If your father had a heart attack at 45 and his father had a heart attack at 45 and his father had a heart attack at 37, it's like heart disease is one of the most, because like you could have a genetic defect and shape of your heart that makes it more likely to have blockages, and you have to be very, very careful and approach it. So doesn't mean you can't stretch this. A lot of people take care of their health and they can live 10, 20, 30 more years because they actually were aware of it. In other words, like, so now it's a disease. So now it's a victim. Now you're a victim. Again, it might not be your fault, but it's your responsibility. So your parents were fat and they trashed their bodies and they gave you garbage fucking food. You didn't know any better. You were a child. You were depending on people that were completely absent in terms of their awareness and their education on how to eat properly. But it's your responsibility now. I have a disease. You got to change your fucking habit. You got to really do the best that you can. That's bar none. Most people in doctor's offices are in doctor's offices because they're not being proactive with their health. They're not eating right. They're not exercising right. They say they are, they're just not. And you can say that there's so many different ideas of what's right and what's good and what's optimal. There are a lot of ways to eat out there. There are a lot of opinions out there. That's for damn sure. But by all accounts and all experience, if you have a lot of body fat to lose and you have metabolic dysfunction, you cut out all these fucking carbohydrates, sugars, and vegetable oils, you pretty much go carnivore and you're going to fucking melt. You lift weights, that like organ meats, carnivore, maybe a little bit of like some carbohydrates or maybe some veggies, some fruit, pretty much just hard. Like you're going to melt. But no one's recommending that, are they? Very few people recommend that. It's still fucking food pyramid. It's still garbage, macros and oils and get your grains in. It's still all that shit. So what do you fucking expect? But doc, I'm eating healthy. Oh, by what standard? By what? The poster that's in the fucking foyer of the foyer, whatever the fuck you call it, the waiting room at the doctor's office. I wish I had two dicks so you can fucking suck them both.
A newt.
All right. That's a rant. It's not going to get better. The next two videos I'm going to blow my fucking top. I don't know which one to do. Should we talk about inclusive classrooms or a gender thing? They're the same thing. It's the same fucking shit. Which one's going to... I'm trying to figure out which one's going to make me want to take my own life. And I'm going to try to do that one last. The most. Don't worry. I'm fine. I'll make it. Which one first? The gender thing? We have two. All right. We have gender thing. I'm not saying it because it's really... And the next one's make classrooms... Let's do the classrooms first. The last one's just mind-blowing. All right, this is called Make Classroom More Inclusive. Let's teach students. Let's not indoctrinate and brainwash the kids, but we can't do that nowadays. We have to, I don't know, do whatever we can to separate them from their parents. We have to make them question fundamental reality, because otherwise, how can we find our own value in this world? Because I don't know, we have no purpose. We were brainwashed ourselves, so we don't know any better. So let's just pass it on. Let's just pass on the trauma. Let's keep it going. Fuck this world. Fuck our future. Yeah, let's keep going. Yay.
3 ways that you can make your classroom a little bit more inclusive to LGBTQIA plus students this coming up school year. 1, let's get rid of boy-girl classrooms going into next school year. Okay, you can divide your students by animal names, by different colors. You can organize your students by table numbers. You can do a lot of different things without buying into that gender binary that students, regardless of if they can verbalize it, may not quite fit into. Number 2, assuming a child's gender also tells you what kind of games they want to play or what kind of toys that they're going to be into.
I have nipples, Greg. Could you milk me?
Does a disservice for exposing your children to all the different types of play and relationships that they can form in a school setting. 3, representation matters in the way that we ferociously try to represent all of the different cultural identities of our students. I think we should also do that with their LGBTQIA plus identities, whether that be
ferociously.
Gender expression, what their families might look like, and more.
Okay.
Matt Damon.
You need to stop being a lady. Quit worrying. You'll be back on your knees in no time.
Okay. All right. Keep it out of the classrooms. Let's teach the kids math and how to interact with other students. Let's not teach them let's not teach them your gender fetish bullshit. All right. Oh my God. I swear to God, these fucking furries are just dressing up like wolves and beating off to each other. Let's talk about the kids with the wolf costumes. I don't know why that furry thing came up. Okay. Let's just teach, look, hey, there's another student. There's another individual. There's a boy. There's a girl. Kids don't have they have a gender. They're a male or a female. And that's it. And now let's play on the swings and let's, I don't know, learn how to build a shelter in the woods, or let's go play tug of war. Or let's, I don't know, learn arithmetic or
Boys
something.
have a penis, girls have vagina.
I don't know, something like that. Yeah, how about we teach them how to eat and not eat garbage fucking food? Okay. But I want to talk about my vagina and my pee-pee. I want to talk about my tyrannical tucking with 4-year-olds. Why can't I do that?
There's tiny tuck, typical tuck, total tuck, and the tyrannical tuck.
All right. It's Saturday night. I'm about to lose my fucking mind. So let's get this one done. That way I can finish punching myself in my ball sack, because I was having so much fun doing that, so much more fun than watching that video. I can't wait to continue punching myself in my ball sack because it's so much fun in comparison to this video. I cannot wait. Yay, 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 ball sack punching. Great. Okay.
What happened to your queer party friends?
This one is called gray gender. It's called gray gender. So I guess we have genders are colors now. So genders are colors.
Another example of cake gender would be if someone feels like they have different layers or flavors to their particular gender.
This says, there's a response to a question on Shit Talk, and it says, your bio says all pronouns, but your caption says otherwise. Is your caption like a temporary pronoun preference? Oh my God. Bruh. Temporary. It's like your mood. What an emotional, tell me you're emotionally unstable without telling me. All right, here we go. I'm about to fucking lose my goddamn mind.
What's in the box?
Howard, I'm about to blow out your other. You're fucked.
Hello, yes, I thought I should probably address this comment. I identify as gray gender, which means I feel ties to certain genders, but it's really hard to describe, it's really hard to define. For me, it's really close to being gender fluid. I just don't personally feel like I have strong enough, consistent enough, like repeated enough dysphoria to call myself gender fluid.
Oh my God! Oh, what the fuck is? Look at her eyes, dude. Jesus Christ! Oh my God! Make fun of the concept, not the individual. I'll make fun of whatever the fuck I want. If you're saying shit like that, open fucking season. Holy open season.
The eyes, Chico. They never lie.
All right, but wait, there's more.
And in the end, I don't really care how people perceive me. Hence, gray gender, that's its definition.
Well, I don't perceive you as gray. I perceive you, well...
Everybody knows you never go full retard.
The thing is, sometimes I do feel dysphoria. And
You don't say. That's the most base thing she said in this whole fucking video. Say it again. Say it again. There you go. Based as fuck. All right, now we got some reality here. Hold on, let's do it again.
Feel dysphoria. Sometimes I do feel dysphoria. The thing is, sometimes I do feel dysphoria. Sometimes I do feel dysphoria. Sometimes I do feel dysphoria.
No shit.
And sometimes it's intense. So essentially, I will never care what gender of pronouns, what gendered compliments, what gendered questions you have for me. Occasionally, I will be feeling a certain set of pronouns more. Pronouns do not equal gender, but for me personally, they do. Thank you for asking.
Oh my God. Pronouns do not equal, but for me they do? Or for... I'm done.
Sell crazy someplace else. We're all stocked up here.
Jesus Christ. What the fuck? Man, can we get a job? Can we get a fucking job in the house? Come on. There's plenty of jobs available. You could do something valuable with your day. Just stop thinking all the time. You know, you don't have to think all the time. And not every thought has to be said. You know, there's a lot of merit to just shut your fucking mouth. Let's get a little tainty man. Oh, tainty boy. Oh, tainty man, daddy loves you. Tainty boy. Oh, look, he's shaking. Look at him. Oh, he's shaking. He's having a nightmare because he probably heard that voice somewhere in the wilderness. You make my eyes red.
You make me happy.
All right, fam-wise, tomorrow is Ask Papa Swole live, but have no fear. We got a Swole Slut card to give away. Falcon, kick us off. You sexy bitch. Today's Swole Slut card goes to, oh fam, you all play to play, but it's going to Pablo. It's got to. It's got to. Pablo for the motherfucking card. Now, this is from is this from our Telegram chat or from the Facebook group, I believe? Make sure you let Pablo know. Oh, that was nice. That was solid. That was a good rip. Good way to close it out. Pablo, go let Pablo know you won today's Swole card. Pablo, send us an email to support@swolenormous.com. Swole card 2437 in the subject, your mailing address in the body of the email. We'll send you this card. Absolutely fan-fucking-tastic. And what a good statement to go along with it. So progress is not easy, but Pablo putting in the 7 pillars work. Congratulations, Pablo. Send us that motherfucking email. Very well done. Everyone go let Pablo know. This was from the Facebook group, I believe. Let him know that he won today's Swole card. Oh, my sweet, sweet tainty man. I'm sorry, buddy. Good boy. Good boy, sweet. My sweet, sweet taint. My sweet, sweet tainty man. We'll take some soundboard requests. We got some piano cock coming up in just a few moments. Let's see if I can unhook this hog in time. See if I can continue the streak and nail these ivories properly. Respect.
And that's the way, I like it.
Fucking people.
no medication except my fucking antidepressants.
As you can see, my nipples have been removed from my body. Where they are, I don't know.
My name's Forrest Gump.
Thank you for being here, fam. I know it gets a little bit hairy now and again, but we have a good time. I mean, look, if you're going to say stuff like that, you could say it. Why don't post it on the interwebs? You're going to post it out there? Man, we're going to find those barnacles. We're going to scrape the bottom of the interwebs. We're going to find it. We're going to laugh and cry, but you know, it's all good.
How about I send you a hobo's dick cheese?
Ooh, good request, Michael. Good request.
You keep using the whore. I don't think it means what you think it means.
That's a good move, Lester. And wisely done. That's a good choice.
Because chickens?
Undefeated.
Boom shakalaka!
I got hairy legs.
A jelly donut?
Now I know you'd love to just sit there and keep being not slim, but we gotta work a little today, okay?
Ooh, almost hit the desk. Coast to coast. There we go. Undefeated again, as if you had any fucking doubt. Hell yeah, Beaches. Fucking hell yeah. God, fam. That was heavy. Got my arms cramp. Fam, thank you so much for being here. 2437 in the fucking books. Tomorrow, 2438. Ask Papa Swolio Live. So get your questions in over there at askpapaswolio.com. And of course, join the fam today, swolenormousx.com. Thanks for being here. Tomorrow, see you there. Peace, McGee's, Deuce Magoose, your boy Papa Swolio. Oh, 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 oh.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808s, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock's crashing. Like an IPO, trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I gift rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they king left and they so mad, it's like
then yeah, I found that young king with my crown at 10 racks in a fanny pack, couple hundred in a Louis bag.
That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you laid. That's a bed that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint. We go hard in the paint. Yeah. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Yeah. Whoa, my shit is relevant. On topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons on closets and making new.